Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for January 2022. I can't believe I'm saying it. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you enjoyed the holiday season. So we are going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and what Spirit wants you to focus on for this particular month. And then we are going to take a peek at you and your person's energy and see what's going on there as well. And it is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out your other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So if you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings if you'd like one of those. The info's in the description box below or in my About section. All right, guys, let's see what's going on for you for this beginning of this new year. All right, so in your current energy, we have the Four of Cups with the Four of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Magician. So that's going to be some interesting energy. I feel a couple different messages coming from that. We'll get into it in just a minute. So the near future, we have the Justice in reverse with the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Cups. Now, what you don't see coming, the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse and then the Tower. Interesting. What Spirit wants you to focus on, the Ten of Pentacles, the good things that you have that are coming. All right, yeah, that vine is not going to cooperate. Ten of Pentacles with the King of Swords and then the World in reverse. So the overall energy is the Six of Swords. So you're being asked to really find the place that makes you feel the most sane. I'm just going to say sane because really with the swords, it's about mental energy. If you have not been able to, over the last year, get to a place where you felt stable mentally, this is saying the more you focus your energy on the things that really drive you, I think that's going to help get you to that place. You guys are workers. You have to stay busy. There's not a lot of time for Pisces to sit still. They need to feel productive. And if you focus on that, that's what really brings you the peace. And I think this month in particular, in order to get you to that place, if for some reason you've been either taking breaks, whatever you've been doing, I think it's time for you to get back on the wagon, meaning jump back into things with full force and don't let anything hold you back this month. Now, in your current energy, we have the Four of Cups with the Four of Wands and the Magician. So there's something that keeps trying to come towards you. It could be an energy of someone that you just don't have any interest in. With the Four of Wands in reverse, I'm going to say it's that you don't necessarily, and this isn't going to be for everybody, you don't necessarily, for the singles, want somebody long-term in your life right now. Maybe it's that you're not sure that you want to get married. Maybe you're not wanting to get married again if you've been married before. What I think you're trying to manifest is something that can be, how do I want to put this? So it feels like you want your own individual life, and then you want something that is fun and exciting. And maybe right now you haven't found that. If you're in a current relationship, this says that things may be a little bit rocky, and maybe you're not sure what you want, and you're trying to manifest something a little bit different. You could be wanting to shift your home space. You could be wanting to leave a long-term relationship. And now, right now, it doesn't matter what that person says to you. You're like, nope, I can't do this anymore. So there's going to be two separate types of energies for that. We'll clarify that in just a moment. Whatever it is, it seems like your primary focus is on getting the things that you individually like. I had just recognized this the last reading. In the Magician, there's only one cup, one pentacle, and he's holding one wand. So it feels like the things that you desire, not necessarily manifesting things that involve other people. Okay, so in the near future, the Justice in reverse with the Seven of Cups and then the Knight of Cups. This is what I feel like your energy is walking away from. The Knight of Cups is focused on staying away from things that cause any kind of imbalance, any kind of confusion. And I just don't think that's there anymore for you. So you finding balance within is what creates the balance on the exterior. And this is saying in the near future, you're turning your back to anything that causes that or that creates instability for you in your life. So you're wanting to offer love to things. This is definitely your energy, to what matters to you, to the people that matter to you. instead of maybe giving so much of yourself to things that don't feel like they give back. I do think things are going to balance out for you, but it's a matter of really shifting your energy in the near future and just not looking back. All right, so what you don't see coming, the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse and the Tower. Some of you that want to walk out on a marriage that you feel like is done, this is saying, Spirit's like, hey, if you're done and it's not making you happy and you're ready to get out of it, it's coming, because this is like big change. So around the areas of things that have not been fulfilling you in relationships, long-term ones, things that are unsatisfying, that's about to shift. So if you're really intent on making this change, the energy's here to support that. All right, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and then the World. Closing out a cycle of things that weren't working out, weren't bringing you the abundance that you truly wanted, and focusing on the clarity. So focus on the things that bring that kind of truth to you. How do we make sense of that? So it's about your honesty with yourself, about what's going to make you truly feel happy. I say truly a lot because it is. It's about finding the depth of happiness within before you involve other people. And if you are getting out of some type of a long-term relationship, it could even be a business partnership or a work situation, and you're finally getting clear about it, it's saying, Spirit's like, focus on that. Speak up and say what it is that needs to change, because that cycle is going to continue if you don't make the effort to be clear about what it is you want. And it could be needing to have clarity with the universe as well. If your energy feels a little off with the Justice in reverse back in the near future, then you want to get that balanced out, because you need to be clear about what you want to create in order for the guidance to come to you and really be clear to you as to what steps you need to take next. If there's change that you desire, especially for whoever is going through this, if you just decided finally you wanted to get through the holidays and now's the time and you couldn't do it prior to, and whatever commitment you had here, whether it be to a partnership, a marriage, or a work scenario, then it's time. And it's time to really put the love into yourself and create that joy that you so aspire to have. I'm shuffling, and I don't know why, because I'm going to actually clarify with the other deck. Let's see with the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. To me, this is someone who just doesn't want to see what another person has to say anymore. You may have just had enough. Even if they're trying desperately to manifest this relationship, keep the relationship, do whatever they can, I just don't think that you're open to that any longer. The Four of Pentacles. So this is also trying to hold on to something. I think this is the other person's energy trying to hold on to you. Yeah. The Star in reverse. You've got some unhealed energies around you. This person, this is somebody specific for some of you, could be someone who's also very cheap, who doesn't share, if you will, and maybe you're tired of that and you realize that you're going to have to go figure it out for yourself, that you don't want to deal with another person that seems to be kind of stingy at times. This could also be you saving your money in order to get yourself to the next stage of life. If you have to leave a marriage, some of you, it does require you getting your finances straight before you do so, and that could be what you're trying to manifest. All right, so the Four of Wands with the Magician, and then the Star came back out in reverse. So I feel like the person that you're dealing with has a lot of unhealed wounds. Some things that you've been working on, I don't think this person has. They haven't had the ability to. Again, this is not going to be for everybody. But if you're dealing with people like that in your surroundings, I just don't think that your energy can take it anymore. I think you need to make moves, and soon. So if you feel pushed in the month of January, I'm going to say it's going to require you taking the steps in order to make these changes. It's the only way it's going to happen, is if you actually do make the moves, make the decision, make a clear decision, and go for it. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, because as soon as you do, that's when some kind of a new opportunity shows up. Now, could it be a new opportunity for work if you choose to leave that? If it's a partnership, then something comes along that gives you what you need in order to help you get through it. Meaning, yes, the financial support. Something will show up for you. This could also be if you leave that job, that a new one's going to be right behind it. I don't think you're going to be confused about this either. I think in the near future, you've just completely gotten clear about it. It feels very easy and, well, easy and simple to me. I'm not the one going through it right now, but I understand that can be tough. But I just don't think you're confused anymore. At times, I think you may have questioned whether this was the right decision. For some of you, it could be that you had children. For others of you, it could be leaving a job that you've been with for a long time and not feeling really secure about it. I think this is Spirit trying to say, take that chance, because something greater is going to be on the other side of it when you decide that you're worth it. The Seven of Cups with the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Swords. Yes. So in the near future, that's that moment that you don't have yet of clarity. How is this going to happen? It's just going to. And you need to trust that whatever opportunity you need to come to you in order to make this happen isn't something that you're always going to know. Not right now. You just don't know yet. But as long as you take the steps that you need to towards the things that bring you the joy, the love, the happiness, then yes, you'll get clear about how that is going to take place in order for you to make that switch. All right. So the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Hierophant. This is what you don't see coming. The Four of Swords. You're not going to be thinking about this anymore. This change is coming in to really shift things in your life so that you don't stay stuck in energies of dissatisfaction. So you may have had a timeout for a bit, and now you're just like, nah. Maybe there's a part of you that doesn't have faith that things will work out, but they will. And if you stay, I always say this, don't stay in any situation longer than you absolutely have to. If the universe has to, they'll come in and blow it up in order to push you in the right direction. Some people are stubborn, not saying you are, but you don't want it to happen that way. The other way, you have choices. If this comes in, then it can be something that's a lot more difficult to deal with, a little bit more painful, and you won't be really happy about how it comes about. All right, so the Hierophant in reverse with the Tower. Maybe there's a part of you that lost faith that anything could ever change. And now you're like, nope, I'm not going to sit in the lack of change. I know I have to take the steps that I need to take in order for that to happen. And then we had the Page of Cups. That's great. Because that is you. It's a fresh new energy. It's like, you know what? I'm going to look at this from a different perspective. I'm not going to approach things from a jaded or cynical perspective. I'm going to look at this like, you know what? It's fun to remember what it's like to get excited about things when you're young, right? Everything's shifting. So energetically speaking, astrologically speaking, things are going to change. So we have to conform to that. It's a little harder for people who are a little bit older because we've been here longer, and I include myself in that. If you've lived up to 40 or 50 years, you're used to things a certain way. So this big change could be something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. And Spirit's saying, but this change is going to be good for you because it's going to help you see it from this perspective, from a place of I'm excited, not just a place of, oh, this is something I have to do. Because when you follow your true passion, when you follow the things that really bring you joy, that's when you get the most satisfaction out of life. It just is. All right, so the Ten of Pentacles with the King of Swords and the Four of Cups. See, in this particular deck, he actually is looking at the cup. So yes, Spirit wants you to focus on the offers that are being brought towards you, what they're trying to give you. They're leading you with love. They're saying, here, we're trying to offer you this emotional experience. We want you to enjoy the things that you do. We want you to have good, happy experiences emotionally at work, in your relationships, in your home situation, whatever it is. And they're saying, pay attention. And you are in this particular card. And the other one, you're looking away. So that's good, because the more you focus on that, the more things change. So let's look at the King of Swords with the World. And then we have the Hangman. That's what keeps you a little bit stuck, I think, sometimes, is the repetitive cycles of the same things happening. Not feeling like you can actually break that cycle, but you can. So Spirit's like, focus on getting out of that. Don't stay stuck in things that don't work, because you will keep repeating that and you don't want to. Okay. so I'm going to go ahead and clear these, and we will get into the person that's on your mind. Let's see which card. Ooh, all right. Well, the world in reverse wanted to drop. So the biggest energy for the month is going to be the King of Swords. This is taking back control of your mental state, taking control of cutting things out of your life, doing it with integrity, doing it with a clear-cut mindset, not taking any BS from anyone, and just doing what you need to do. That's really what it is. It is a new adventure, a new mental adventure, as much as it is clarity. That's it. Very much clarity. Okay, let's get into your person and their energy and see what's going on there. This is for Pisces. Okay, so your person's energy is the Queen of Cups in reverse. You've got somebody who's a little bit emotionally, I wouldn't say necessarily unavailable. Maybe they don't take care of themselves the way that they should. They could probably give of themselves a lot. You've got a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got pretty much all the energies. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Sag, Aries. So the Queen of Wands, somebody who's a little bit detached emotionally but knows who they are. They're very confident. They may go back and forth between these energies, so it may confuse you a little bit. They may also go back and forth with you. But to me, with the High Priestess being there, they know who they are, and I think they're probably someone who has some spiritual either gifts, or they also pay attention to their intuition, things like that. I like this person's energy. I'm not saying it's a bad one. I just think they go back and forth sometimes about whether they want the relationship. So the Three of Cups in reverse is your energy. The Ten of Cups, the Seven of, you're a little bit confused. So I think this brings you joy in your life, or at least that's what you had hoped for. But with the Three of Cups in reverse, yes, there could be some back and forth energies about another person. Maybe you didn't close out something from your past, or you needed to work on that energy of third parties. There's some confusion for you around what you want in your long-term relationships, or what's truly going to bring you joy as well. I think at times you think this person could, but maybe their back and forth energy confuses you a little bit. There are obviously going to be other opportunities around you. That's also what the Seven of Cups is representing to me right now. So if you don't want to go with this person, it does feel like your person's a feminine energy, but that's just the way it laid out. It doesn't have to be. It can obviously be a masculine with more feminine traits. Let's just say that. And I don't mean that they come across as a female. They just have a really strong feminine energy. Okay, now worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Now, if some of you feel very connected to this person and you like their energy and they just don't seem like they're so emotionally available, it may just take time for them to open up a little bit more. Yeah, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Maybe this wasn't what you were expecting. So it could be different than anything you've ever experienced. And it's just a matter of giving it some time to see how things unfold. Unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. When I get this card, sometimes that may be the case, but I think this is more, you may question whether this person is actually as attracted to you as you are to them, because they seem very confident in themselves. Not that you're not. I just think maybe a part of you isn't sure because they go back and forth. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing or spiritual path. So your person's feeling like they're on their spiritual path, whether you're aware of it or not. And that could be you as well. I think they're very connected. Now, that may not be for all of you, but I do feel like this person is. And I think they just want to be careful about taking any steps forward. Maybe if you two are not in a long-term relationship, this is not a marriage, that was the main part of the reading, then this is somebody who's definitely working on themselves and wants that to be in a really good place before they go to a long-term situation. And then we have you deserve love. You are lovable, of course. Let's get some advice and see. This is for Pisces. What's the advice for Pisces? I just saw the King of Wands, which would match the Queen of Wands. So maybe it's a very passionate relationship. There could be a very deep connection there. See, that's what I'm saying. This person goes back and forth about wanting commitment. Now, if this is a marriage and your person seems to have been disconnecting, and this is what the end result is. Some of you, yes, you could be divorcing this person. I didn't pick up on the same energy as the main reading, but it could be that some people just have commitment issues. 7 of Cups in reverse is to really be sure of what you want. Don't be confused about it. Don't let it confuse you. The Hierophant in reverse is also a card of divorce for me, or separation. And then the Magician. So this is saying manifest what you want. If you are losing faith that this is going to go in the direction that you had hoped for, then Spirit's saying, what do you want? What do you want? Like I pointed out earlier with the Magician card, what do you specifically want and need from this relationship? And if this person can't provide it, or they keep going back and forth and you don't want to wait, then it's time to manifest what you want. If you give it some time, you may see that this person really gets grounded and figures out what they want. It just feels a little confusing right now, and this is only the energy for January. So, and then the 10 of Pentacles wanted to come up. So it could be a really good, stable relationship in the future if you want to wait it out, or if you want to fix things. If things are going awry within a long-term serious relationship. That takes a lot of work. Okay, what am I going for? Let's get the Lover's Oracle for you. This is for Pisces. Let's see what feels right. Okay. For some reason, this is standing out to me. It says romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. Okay. And then we have beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. That can be a hard one for people to hear. And I always say, if someone is abusive, that is not what they're talking about. They're talking about sometimes people show up and mirror to us the things that maybe we even don't like about ourselves, or just things that they do that we don't realize we also do. All right, and then we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. I love that because it is important. For a lot of you, you may have rushed into, or you go straight to the love aspect, and there hasn't been a lot of time. Maybe you don't have time to take to really bond as friends first. You know, we all do that. We all rush into things at times, but that's important at the core of a relationship, is to have that. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. So we have mending. Yeah, some of you are going to mend your relationship. That's a very supported energy with a 7 there. The Yang is dipping into more masculine types of energies and leading with that. And I think that you're capable of doing that regardless of what gender you are when it's needed. And then we have the Fates. So something fated is definitely coming towards you. If it is this relationship and you feel like it is, then you're probably going to be willing to wait and see if things will work themselves out. And I'm going to say, for those of you who have that energy, it will. And then we have loyal heart. Okay, that's really nice because there's 2 8s there. You could be born on the 8th, the 7th, the 1st. So we have 2 7s, 2 8s. Those could just be prominent numbers. It could be represent the 7th month, the 8th month, Cancer, Leo. We have Capricorn here as well. So this is saying that there is the desire to have that. You want that loyal heart. If this feels like a faded energy, that's what your expectations are. If you're willing to stick around and stand up for this and work hard, dig more into the masculine energy and put that effort in, then I can see where some of you, yes, can mend the situation. Or if you have the patience to wait it out and see if this person comes around, then I do think there's a possibility. And then we have a change in the wind. That's good because that indicates there is change coming. All right, guys, I hope that helped. Thank you so, so much for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal, that information's in the description box below or in my About section. Have an amazing January, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.